guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am here today with part 2 of one of my favorite videos I have ever filmed, which was my recommending cozy Switch games based on books. Difficult title. I'm doing the same today, except they're not just Switch games, they're just cozy games in general. I'm not entirely sure what platforms these are all on, so I can't say Switch, as I'm now a PC gamer instead, but these are cozy games based on books or vice versa. So if you like this book or you like this game, you will like the book or the game. I have 10 game/book recommendations for you here today. I've tried to keep them completely different to the games I recommended last time. So if you like the first 10 recommendations, you can watch that video here. And if you're looking for the next 10, here we go. I've had a lot of messages since that video saying that they started playing certain games because of me from that video. So I really hope that I can do the same this time and get you something that you want to get obsessed with, you want to play with and love. So here we go. Make sure you grab your coffee. So the first book that I have to partner with you today is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sandhu Mandana. I absolutely love this book. This is about Mika Moon, who is a witch living in isolation, scared to tell anybody she's a witch, until one day she sees a job advert. From this job, she is invited to Nowhere House, which is like a ransack old cottage mansion thing where a bunch of quirky people are there, and she is a nanny to some witch children who need help managing their magic. There, Mika discovers the importance of found family, self-discovery, embracing your identity and nurturing others, all while brewing potions, living in a beautiful attic room with a cauldron, protecting others through magic and self-discovery. It's a beautiful journey that I absolutely love reading about. I love Mika as a character and I love all the other characters as well. It's just such a good book. It really took the world by storm about 2 years ago, I think now, so I'm sure a lot of you have read that book, and if you haven't, I definitely recommend you do. But the game I would like to partner that with today, if you enjoyed that book and want to play a game, would be The Little Witch in the Woods. In The Little Witch in the Woods, you step into the role of Ellie, a bubbly, curious apprentice who is sent to a remote village as part of her training to be a witch. The game takes place in a hand-painted, side-scrolling pixel world filled with mushrooms, potion ingredients, and oddball animal-like characters. You'll harvest herbs, catalogue mysterious flora, mix potions in your cauldron, and gradually restore the old witch's house while helping villagers with everything from ailments to magical mishaps. There are no timers or combat, just a gentle rhythm of exploration and crafting, with soft background music and cozy dialogue that makes the world feel quietly alive. The charm lies in the small things, like talking to cats, the experimenting with unknown ingredients, or gently unlocking magical secrets at your own pace. The reason that I partnered these two games together is because they're both focused around a young woman nurturing her own identity, and not just that, but also coming around to uplift others as well as herself. They both celebrate the power of emotional labor, the power of learning, and also the joy of discovering a home that you didn't expect. If you love stories about magic and belonging paired with witchy and whimsy vibes, this is a pairing that you are going to absolutely love. I love it. I can't wait to get back into this game, so I definitely recommend it to you guys. The next pairing I have for you is The Tea Dragon Society by Kate O'Neill. This is a gentle and inclusive graphic novel that follows the young life of a blacksmith's apprentice who discovers the world of tea dragons. Tea dragons are tiny magical creatures whose leaves are made into tea to bring back memories. She is welcomed into this small, close-knit friend, family atmosphere in this very small town, which is really nice, and they teach her how to honour tradition and memories and labour. It's a really beautiful story of past and history. This story has absolutely no danger or villains. It's just a story of warmth, wisdom and beauty. It's such a beautiful graphic novel. I love the art style. And so, to partner with this one, I have gone for the game Mail Time. Mail Time is a pastel-covered 3D platformer where you play as a new male scout, a mushroom-capped, backpacking-wearing career in training, tasked with delivering heartfelt letters and parcels around Grumblewood Grove, a lush forested valley brimming with woodland creatures. The gameplay focuses on gliding, jumping and climbing as you bounce around to each hidden nooks and chatty animals with endearing personal lives. There is no combat, no urgency and no punishment. It's just pure exploration, delightfully light-hearted humour and charming writing. Each letter delivered reveals a snippet of friendship, longing or joy, reminding you that the small things, like getting a note from someone who cares, matter most. Both Mail Time and the Tea Dragon Society both teach you about caring for your community and slowing down and enjoying the most beautiful things in life, like nature. They present these lush worlds with kind-hearted characters, or I guess animals, that reward gentle curiosity. Visually, thematically, and graphically, they're just this cozy embrace, the both of them, that I absolutely love, and I think you'll love them too. Either play and read them both, or if you like the other one, read or play the other, for sure. Book 3 is The House at the End of the World by Julia Rochester. The House at the Edge of the World is a moody, introspective literary novel focused on two twins as they go back to their family home in Cornwall after their father's death. The thing about this story is the sea dominates the book, both physically and also emotionally. It is an ever-present force that kind of holds memory, mystery, and grief. As the narrator kind of digs into his family's past, layers of emotional tension and unspoken truth reveal themselves to make this such an interesting novel, and I think it partners really well with this game. Dredge begins like this relaxing fishing sim, just set in a windswept archipelago of misty islands and lonely docks. You pilot a small boat, you cast your rod to catch and sell fish, upgrade your gear, and help islanders with odd requests. All seems very normal. But very quickly, an eerie undercurrent creeps in. Fish start to mutate into monstrous forms, strange relics are dredged from the sea floor, and the night is filled with glowing eyes and unnatural whispers. The further you explore, the stranger and the darker the world becomes. The game seamlessly blends cozy mechanics such as fishing, inventory management, upgrading your boat, with this Lovecraftian horror, creating an atmosphere that's both comforting and also very unsettling. Both this game and this book focus a lot on the sea being the keeper of secrets. They explore themes of loss, isolation, and emotional detachment through a really foggy lens. If you like slow, lonely stories where nature is both comforting, beautiful, but also threatening, where discovering the past is as important as surviving the current, this pairing is perfect. They're so good. Dredge is definitely one less cozy than some of the other games on here, but I really enjoyed playing it. It's something that took me by surprise and I had a really, really good time with, so I recommend that one wholeheartedly. The next book I have for you is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I read this many years ago now and it still sticks in my mind a lot. It is a book that switches between multiple timelines of the past and the present. Back in 1791, we follow an apothecarist who carefully produces potions to help oppressed women deal with their husbands, if you get my drift. And also in present day, we follow a woman on a historical tour of London who discovers secrets and hints that would lead to uncovering the mystery of the apothecary. Both timelines of this story focus on women reclaiming their power based on botanical knowledge and also beautiful storytelling. It is such a fascinating one. I feel like it can be slow at times, but it's such a good novel. And I love anything feminist. I'm gonna float my boat a little bit here, but I think I've picked the perfect game for this one, and that is Strange Horticulture. In Strange Horticulture, you manage a shadowy little plant shop in the rainy town of Undermere. Each day, people arrive at your door with strange ailments, cryptic notes, or whispered secrets, asking for specific herbs or solutions. You identify each plant by examining its appearance and cross-referencing this dusty guidebook. As you serve your customers, you unravel a centuries-old mystery involving secret cults, dark rituals, and forbidden knowledge. Despite its macabre themes, the game is very soothing and you're constantly surrounded by greenery, the rain patters softly outside, and every page of your plant book is beautifully drawn. Both this book and this game is grounded in secrecy, plants, and slow-burning revelations. They highlight the often overlooked labour of women who heal unharmed through their understanding of nature. These stories share a vibe that is quiet, herbal, and powerful, and I think either way you're going to enjoy the mystery that you're getting in both book and game. There's definitely a lot to uncover in both, things you could be guessing and working out as you go through. I absolutely love this mix. I think it's a really good pairing and I really recommend. Next is a book that I didn't particularly love, but it definitely has the same vibes as this game. And that is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. This is a reimagining of a Korean folktale. Mina sacrifices herself to become the sea god. I want to say the sea god's bride. Yeah, and enter the spirit realm. A magical underworld that is filled with gods, ancient curses, and lost souls. She navigates this world with genius, trying to bring back peace and calm to the world of the sea. This novel is filled with rich imagery, court intrigue, vibrant mythological elements, and themes of fate and chosen family, which I absolutely love in my books. As I said, this wasn't one of my favourites, but I can appreciate that it's coming from somewhere beautiful and good, and there are a lot of good parts of this story. However, when I was playing this game, I realised that they are so similar, and that is Chia. Chia is a vibrant open world adventure inspired by New Caledonian culture, language and landscape. You play as Chia, a young girl on a quest to rescue her kidnapped father. What makes this game magical is its soul jumping mechanic. Chia can possess animals and objects, soaring as a bird, swimming as a dolphin, even launching herself from coconuts or lanterns. The game is filled with natural beauty, turquoise lagoons, mountain ridges, hidden caves, and villages that feel handcrafted. Along the way, Chia plays a ukulele, which you control, befriends locals and uncovers local folklore. There are story-rich quests, physics-based puzzles, sailing segments, and the moments of quiet reflection. It's a game bursting with cultural love, joy, and respect for land and tradition. Both the game and the book are deeply rooted in non-Western mythology, filled with lush, magical landscaping, and they both centre on brave young girls who discover the world, tied to tradition, family, and elemental forces. If you love stories where culture, girlhood, powerly intersect, then this is a perfect pairing for you. Next is actually a book that is on my TBR. I am desperate to read, but I haven't not read it yet. The vibes seem pretty good for this. And that is If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Kawamura. Japanese translated story where a man is offered to extend the days of his life, but as a compromise he has to give up something from the world every single day. Phones, clocks, planes, and eventually cats. We watch him as he contemplates what the meaning of life involves, and the story unfolds as a meditation on memory, regret, and the importance of small joys, often personified through his cat, Cabbage. I love Cabbage, that sounds so cute. A cat who has silently been by his side all along. It sounds beautiful, it sounds heart-wrenching, and I cannot wait to get into that book, but for full disclosure, I have not read that yet, but I want to. What this screams to me is the game Little Kitty Big City. Little Kitty Big City is a sandbox-style adventure where you play a curious black cat who's fallen out of an apartment window into a sprawling Japanese city. From there, it's up to you whether you try to find your way back home or simply go full chaos. The joy of the game is in the exploration, knocking over potted plants, stealing fish, squeezing through narrow alleyways, wearing silly hats, napping in sunbeams, or making friends with birds and turtles. The city is colourful and lively, yet never overwhelming, perfect balance of energy and calm. It's a game about seeing the world from a smaller perspective, full of curiosity and gentle mischief. Though one is playful and the other one is more contemplative, both follow the journey of a single cat as he explores a lonely emotional world. Both the game and the book sound like they really encourage you to slow down and take in your surroundings and really what matters, whether that's a sunlit rooftop or a really beloved memory. Together, they're a reminder that life is really made up of small and beautiful moments, and very often cats sit in the centre of that. I am a cat lover myself. There is nothing better in this world than cats, in my opinion, and so the thought of reading a book, I'm also playing games about cats and how important they are to humans, really does something to me because I believe in the connection with cats. So this is definitely the pairing for me, and if you are also a cat lover like me, then you might find the same thing. My next book is Green Glass House by Kate Milford. This is actually a middle grade mystery set in a snowbound smuggler's inn. Such an interesting setting. Milo and his adopted family host a collection of strange winter guests. With the help of his new friend, Milo launches a real-life inspired mystery, role-playing, discovery, investigation. But soon this turns into a real mystery with hidden maps, pirate treasure, and also uncovering mysteries of his own past. Clever, it's bookish, it's packed with fun puzzles and secrets that anyone of any age can enjoy. But as it's a middle grade, I really wanted to partner this with a middle grade friendly game. Well, in my opinion. I think some people might argue it's not. I think it is. And that's Beacon Pines. Beacon Pines is an illustrated interactive storybook adventure. You play as both the narrator and the protagonist Luca, a deer-like child in a small town full of secrets. The gameplay revolves around collecting charms, words that can be slotted into key sentences in the story, literally changing its direction. Some words lead to new plot branches, others to a sudden dead ends or chilling revelations. The game's tone is a mix of cute and creepy, adorable art, but an undercurrent of unease as Luca investigates a mysterious company, disappearing adults, and long-buried truths. It feels a lot like Stranger Things crossed with a bedtime fable, wrapped in a rich narration and gently spooky vibes. Both this book and game feature curious kids solving mysteries in insular communities. They weave together cozy aesthetics with deeper emotional threads, like grief, identity, and the thrill of discovery. If you enjoy layered and non-linear storytelling and soft graphic atmospheres, then this pairing will leave you feel like you're flicking through a well-worn mystery journal. It's so cozy, so heart-wrenching. Next, we're going to be discussing one of my favorite books / film pairings of life, and that is A Man Called Ove, or Ove, I don't know, by Frederick Backman. I watched this movie in cinemas and I forced every one of my friends to come with me to see it again and again and again. My friends will tell you, all I've done is force them to watch this movie. Heart-wrenching. The book, mwah, just as good. So I had to bring this to the list. A Man Called Ove / Ove is about follows an old man who plans to end his own life after the death of his wife. He is incredibly grumpy, incredibly grouchy, and it's incredibly sad. One day, a noisy set of neighbours and a very annoying little cat move into the neighbourhood, and a series of inconvenient interruptions slowly pull him back into the world that he's desperately trying to leave. It's a story of grief, resilience, and unexpected connection, written with a blend of humour and emotional punch. This story sits with me every single day. I absolutely love this book / movie. This story is unmatched to me, and I've found a game that is incredibly similar and packs the same warmth in my heart, and that is Old Man's Journey. Old Man's Journey is a short but powerful narrative puzzle game with no dialogue. You guide an elderly man across a rolling painterly landscape by reshaping the hills and cliffs so he can continue walking forward. As he travels, you're shown snippets of his past, a lost love, a child, a life of quiet heartbreak and beauty. The puzzle is gentle, allowing the story to unfold at your pace. The hand-drawn visuals and melancholic soundtrack create a sense of nostalgia and reflection, making the game feel like you're flipping through a visual diary. Both works follow older men coming to terms with their life and their mistakes, with regrets, loneliness, and the unexpected gift of human connection. They remind us that it's never too late to be moved or changed. If you want something that's deeply emotional, but also incredibly hopeful, then both of these are definitely for you. Bye. Love you. This ice is rattling and ruining the vibe. But also, look how cute this mug is. It has a little butterfly. So cute. Next is one of my more recent reads, which is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. I always want to say it's by Emily Wilde. It's so hard to remember Heather Fawcett. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia... I can't even say it. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies reads a bit like a journal, like an academic journal. It follows a brilliant but a little bit prickly professor as she travels to a northern remote village to catalogue fairy folk. What starts as a scholarly endeavour transforms into an immersive, heartfelt exploration of friendship and the subtle tension between the academic and the enchanted. And then we find Emily is joined by her rival and potential love interest, Wendell. And together they navigate the complicated political differences between the fae and the human. Now, the game that I've decided to pair this with, I think is similar in a lot of vibes, and that is Sunhaven. Sunhaven is a rich farming and life sim with a fantasy twist. You can choose from several races, including demon, elf, and angel, grow magical crops, raise animals, romance townsfolk, cast spells, and explore dangerous dungeons full of monsters, all at your own pace. This world includes multiple distinct towns, Sunhaven, Nilvari, and Withergate, each with its own culture, music, and lore. It combines the familiar comfort of farming and daily chores with the excitement of magical quests and world-saving narratives. Visually, it's bright and inviting, with whimsical characters and designs and balance between the domestic and its adventurous. Both centre on solitary characters who are drawn into a magical world that initially they don't really understand. They strike this perfect blend between cozy and mysterious, and whether you're attending to a magical carrot crop or deciphering a fey riddle, you are surrounded by enchantment and lore in this game and this book. And I mean, if you like a little bit of flirtation, then I think this would be a good pairing for you. And my final one for this video is Where the Forest Meets the Stars by Glendy Vandura. This is a contemporary novel following Jo, who is a bird researcher recovering from cancer. While researching, she discovers a mysterious young girl called Ursa who seems to be living in the forest. And Ursa claims that she's an alien sent back from space to study humans. Her presence slowly seems to draw Jo and her neighbours back to life. And this novel is a gentle story about love and found family, healing, and the transformative power of trust, with a strong undercurrent of nature and also quiet magic. I've gone with a very different game type for this recommendation. I think this sounds a lot like Spirit Island, which is kind of like a board game. Spirit Island is a cooperative strategy board game where players take on the role of ancient elemental spirits defending an island from colonization. Each spirit has unique abilities based on their domain. Rivers flood, forests grow wild, volcanoes erupt. You're not fighting in the traditional sense, but instead you're reshaping an island to claim its natural balance. This game is deeply thematic. The invaders bring blight to the land, but the native Dahan people can be guided and protected. It's intellectually rich, deeply immersive, and unusually compassionate in its storytelling. Both stories are deeply rooted in the land. In Spirit Island, you play as the forest, and in Where Forest Meets the Stars, you see the healing powers of the forest, a liminal place where transformation happens. Both emphasized coexistence and protection and the unseen. One literalizes it through emotion and wonder, and the other through magic and mechanics. Those are my 10 cozy game to book recommendations, part 2. I really hope you enjoyed this one. These are my favorite videos to make, even though I've only made 2 now. I absolutely love doing this and playing some games to try and discover new things for you. If you would like a part 3, please just let me know. Hopefully it won't take as long as the last one did. But again, if you didn't check out the first one, you can check it out here. I think it's worth the watch. But thank you so much for watching and spending time with me. Hope you enjoyed your coffee, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!